I've been playing guitar for quite a long time, and after spending years in different settings, studios, rehearsal rooms, and stages, I've gotten to know guitar accessories like the back of my head. Today, I'd like to share 10 guitar accessories that make life easier for guitar players. These accessories help increase the joy and experience of playing guitar and are a must for every guitar player, whether you are a beginner or a seasoned pro. Some of these accessories are essential items, but in case you don't have one of these or have been thinking of getting one, now may be the right time to do so. So, let's delay no further and jump right in. Number 1. Guitar stand. A guitar stand is crucial to keeping your beloved guitar safe. It also leaves your guitar accessible and ready in case you need to flesh out an idea right on the spot. The stand will need to be sturdy, so opt for something that's in the middle of the road price range, as the cheaper ones tend to tumble over or not hold ground, which is not ideal. Some stands tend to get pricey, but I will leave this to your discretion how much you'd like to spend, depending on what type of guitar you actually own. I like tripod style guitar stands. With this being said, you may want to have 1 to 3 stands, as you can have one that's portable, one that sits still in your dwelling, and one that can hold multiple guitars like a rack style guitar stand. Also, take note of the neck support on these stands, as you'll want this to be cush. Number 2. Guitar strap. Why a strap? Well, first and foremost, you will most likely not be able to play comfortably in a live setting without a strap. Having a strap when you play live gives you the freedom to express yourself without worry. There is a wide variety of guitar straps out on the market that you can choose from. With so many different brands and styles, size, and design, there is a strap for every guitar player out there. I will admit that choosing one can take some time, but you will only know which one is right for you after trying out a few. Some like the regular nylon, some like seatbelt style, leather, padded, and the list goes on. I myself use slightly padded leather straps for hours-long comfort after using non-padded leather for many years. When you are testing out straps to find the one you like, make sure you are testing them out while standing, as this is their primary use to support you and your guitar. Number 3 is the pedal board. Instead of having a jumbled mess of pedals and wires, why not invest in a pedal board? Having an organized pedal board makes things less messy and more accessible and portable. This is especially crucial if you gig a lot. With many different sizes and styles out there, you can choose which one is best for you in terms of size, cable management, options, and durability. Add a power supply to your pedal board, and now we're talking. When considering a pedal board, make sure you try and think about the future, as you may want to add pedals to your arsenal down the road. Alternatively, if you would like to build your own because you don't like what's out there, you can find channels here on YouTube that could teach you how. I use a Gator GPB BAK1 for my pedals. Number 4, tuner. This is probably the most essential gear you need to have. A legit guitar tuner is essential to staying in tune and sounding polished and in key. I use a Boss TU3 tuner pedal as my tuner of choice, but there are other awesome pedal tuners out there like Polytune 3 and the Korg Pitch Black. Clip-on tuners that clip onto the headstock are also great and has compact design, and the accuracy comes in handy, like the Fender FT1 and the D'Addario NS Micro. You're probably wondering about tuning apps on the smartphone. From time to time, I do use them and do like the Fender app and the Guitar Tuner app, but the accuracy is a little questionable at times. If I'm doing a live gig, it's nothing but the pedal for me. It's convenient, effortless, in silent tuning between songs, and has a bright screen to see through the dark. But most importantly, it's the most precise, as it receives the signal directly from the pickups. Number 5, Capo. A capo can transpose a song into a different key without changing the chord shapes. This will enable you to play songs in different keys. There are many different types of capos on the market, but I use a Kaiser brand as my preference. I also have a G7 capo that is pretty awesome, and both of these are spring-loaded. C-clamp capos like the D'Addario and Talia brand are pretty awesome as well, as you can adjust the pressure on the guitar, which is pretty cool. I tend to stay away from lever style or elastic band capos though, as I find them flimsy, but I won't knock you if that's your preference. Number 6, strap locks. I remember almost dropping and ruining my ESP guitar because I tried to hurl the damn thing around my shoulder and it almost went flying through the wall. That's when I seeked out a solution and realized that I needed strap locks. I use Schaller brand strap locks on my guitars, but others also use Dunlop and Grover. Keep in mind that in order to install strap locks, you will have to modify your guitars, which requires some drilling and a badge of courage if you've never done anything to modify your guitars before. If you don't feel comfortable doing any of these things or do the work yourself, seek out help from a pro so that it is done correctly. Number 7, picks. Not unless you're going full Mark Knopfler on everyone, having the right pick is completely essential. Depending on what type of music you will be playing, the pick does matter. Since I play mostly rock and metal, I tend to gravitate towards the Dunlop Tortex Jazz 3 pick. It gives me the feel, the precision, and the control that I need, whether I need to pound out aggressive riffs or hammer out solos. But with that said, when I do end up playing my acoustic, I try to use lighter picks to get brighter tones. Try out different pick styles and gauges so that you can gain a feel for which pick serves you best. There is no correct pick for a one-size-fits-all, but some picks do tend to favor styles of music better than others. Number 8, extra strings. Always have an extra string set on hand, as you just never know when you'll need them. Granted, having to restring the whole guitar and get it right before jumping on stage would be a task, but if you needed to, you have the option. I have used one string from a set to continue playing before, and although it makes everything pretty tedious at that point, the show must go on and you will figure it out. I use the pink Slinky pack, always have and always will, but there are a ton of string options out there that are also great, so I implore you to test out different strings to figure out which is best for you. Get yourself a string winder and also have a cutter on hand to be able to move the process of changing the strings much faster. Number 9, guitar case. Keeping your guitar safe is a no-brainer, and having the right guitar case is also a no-brainer, or it should be. Your guitar can end up in a storage, a tight space in the back of a pickup truck with other instruments, or on an airplane, or in other places, especially when you are gigging, so this gear is indispensable. If you opt for a gig bag, take caution, as these are soft cases and can only take so much, even in the highest of quality. I use a gig bag for smaller gigs and gigs that don't require my full setup. When I do go out to play with my full setup or will need to fully transport or travel far, I opt for my hardshell cases, as they can take more impacts and resist damage. Number 10, guitar cables. Don't leave home without it. Sure, you can most likely find someone to let you borrow a guitar cable when needed, but having your own is best. Opt for the middle of the road cables and try to stay away from cheaper cables, as you'll want your cables to be durable, well built, and have the ability to carry your audio signal with less hiss as possible. In other words, don't skimp on the cable. Keep in mind the length of how much cable you need, as it will make a difference in the signal. With that said, I use GLS Audio, Fender, and George L's. And there it is. 10 guitar accessories that is a must for any guitar player. What accessories do you think should have been on this list? Leave it in the comments below. Thank you for watching, everyone, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Help spread the word, and I will see you next time.